The fifth wheel waved at him again as he drove out. He waved back and took a left at the entrance and kept driving. It was just after 7:00 p.m. when he pulled into the diner's parking lot and got out. He stretched, weary of so much sitting, then finger-combed the too long black hair hanging halfway down the back of his neck, a side effect of big projects and out-of-the-way places and little sleep. Maybe he'd find the time to get a haircut here, he thought, and headed for the entrance. He met a couple coming out and held the door for them, nodded when they told him thank you, and then noticed their double-take. Shit. It was hard to deny your heritage when the family looks ran deep through the blood. A strikingly beautiful woman smiled as he entered. "Welcome to Granny's. A seat for one?" she asked. "Yes, ma'am." He noticed the little badge on her blouse said her name was Mercy, but out of curiosity he asked, "Does Lovey still run Granny's?" "Yes, sir, she does, but she was injured during the hurricane and is recovering at a friend's house while her home is being repaired. My name is Mercy Pittman. I'm just filling in." "I'm sorry to hear that," Bowie said. Mercy nodded. "We all are. This way, please," she said, and led him through the dining room to a smaller booth. "Your waitress will be here shortly. Enjoy your meal." Bowie glanced once around the room as he sat down. Grateful he didn't see any familiar faces, he picked up the menu just as his waitress appeared. "Evening, sir. My name is Wendy, and I'll be your server tonight. What can I get you to drink?" "The biggest glass of sweet tea you have on the menu," he said. Wendy giggled. "It only comes in one size, but I think it'll hold you for a bit." She left as abruptly as she'd arrived. Bowie was still reading the menu when she came back with a small basket of biscuits and his tea. "You'll want to dig into these while they're still hot," she said. "Do you know what you want to order, or do you need a few minutes?" "I haven't had good barbecue in a while. How about the ribs?" Wendy rolled her eyes and giggled again. "Everything is good at Granny's. You want the 4-rib or the 6-rib dinner?" "I think 4, with fries and coleslaw," Bowie said. "Coming up," Wendy said, and pointed again at the biscuits. "Those things are amazing. I recommend one with butter and honey first." Bowie eyed the biscuits, wondering what all the fuss was about. Granted, they were a perfect golden brown on top, and he couldn't remember when he'd seen biscuits rise like that. But it was all about taste. He took one from the basket, put it on his bread plate, and split it open, buttering both sides. He took a bite while he was digging through the little containers of jams and jellies, and then paused mid-chew. "Whoa, Nellie, that might be the best biscuit I ever ate." He chewed, swallowed, then put the last half of the biscuit in his mouth while he was buttering the second. He ate one half with honey and the other half with strawberry preserves. Wendy came flying past his table on the way to deliver another order and grinned at him. "Told you they were good, didn't I?" He grinned. "My compliments to the chef." Wendy pointed back at Mercy Pittman. "We've all had to switch jobs up a bit after the hurricane, but that lady up front is the one with the now famous recipe. She trained a couple of subs to help us out, but she is pure magic in the kitchen," Wendy said. "A woman that beautiful and she can cook? I have to ask, is she married?" Bowie asked. Wendy laughed out loud. "Yes, sir, to the police chief." "Then my compliments to the chief as well," Bowie said. He made himself stop at 2 biscuits, but if he'd known how good they were, he could have skipped the ribs and just ordered a bowl of gravy to go with them. Now he was going to have to come back for that in the morning. He was answering a text from one of his crew chiefs when his food arrived. He finished sending the orders, then put down the phone to eat his meal. For just a few minutes he'd forgotten where he was and was simply enjoying the food when 2 men walked into the dining room and stopped to look around. Bowie just happened to look up as they began scanning the room and silently cursed. He might not have recognized anyone in here, but he'd lay odds someone had recognized him and felt obliged to share the news. He put down his fork, wiped his hands, and stood up. The moment he did, they locked gazes. He saw the shock come and go on their faces and had a few moments of satisfaction. He wasn't the skinny 15-year-old he'd been when they last saw him. He was bigger and taller than either one of them, and from the sizes of their bellies in much better shape. He took a step forward.